Namaste. Now we will see another Shat Kriya, another cleansing practice, purification practice, that is Vamanadhauti. So Vamanadhauti is, we are just going to see the introduction part of it, then you can practice it yourself. In English it is called regurgitative cleansing. Okay. So in this we are going to drink the water and just throw it out. First of all, we should use lukewarm water here. Second, we need salt. So salty lukewarm water. In Neti, Jal Neti, when we were doing Jal Neti, make sure you do Jal Neti before this, then you move to Vaman Neti. Like not on the same day. If you are doing both together on the same day, then you first do Vaman Dhauti, then you do Jal Neti. But if you are just first time trying out kriyas, then you first do the first one, Jal Neti, and then you try Vaman Dhauti. Okay. Once you practice both of them separately, then you combine and then you first do the same immediately one after other, starting with Vaman, then with Jal Neti. So in Jal Neti, we were adding 1/4 of the teaspoon salt in 1 liter of lukewarm water. In this kriya, we will add at least 1 full teaspoon of salt in 1 liter of water. Okay. So saline lukewarm water, which we are going to use here. Tissues and towel you can keep for your convenience. If you are going to throw up, and your hands, if you feel are not feeling good, for that you can keep. We usually don't need it too much. Now some more things about this. When our upper gastrointestinal tract is accumulated with toxins, this kriya releases those toxins from the food pipe and from the walls of the inner organs of the digestive system. Okay. Very good practice. It cleanses our samana prana, our chest prana. It cleanses a lot of blockages. It also is very good for emotional blockages in heart and throat. It also is helpful for that introversion. If somebody is feeling suffocated, and people are there with too much of chest blockage, too much of blockage in the throat, and unable to speak out, unable to express themselves, this one kriya helps a lot in that. It also helps a lot in emotional release, if somebody is feeling some blockage of emotions in the chest. So that is about it. And it is also very good for digestion and for cleansing the throat. Now, very important thing in this kriya is that kriya means some internal action, some cleansing process. So very important thing in this is that here all the process what we are going to do, you have to be receptive, because mind is going to become an obstacle in this kriya. Why? We are going to drink a lot of water in this, which is very unusual for the body to accept to have that much of water in the system. Usually it is not habitual of that. So we may feel very uneasy, because most of the kriyas, cleansing practices we do are with water. So with water you have to be very receptive. In Jal Neti also very patient. Here also we will be drinking around 2 to 3 liters of water. 2 to 3 liters of lukewarm saline water. So you will prepare your mug and then you will sit. You take a glass and immediately gulp it, not drinking it sip by sip like a tea. Okay. The temperature should be same what we had for Jal Neti, 30 to 35 degrees of temperature, and immediately sip it. Immediately drink it, gulp it. Don't sip it like a tea. Okay. Gulping one glass. So here what will happen? Mind will create reaction. Mind will say, I am not able to take that much of water. But you will be surprised that if you are doing this Vaman Dhoti 5th or 6th time, you can drink more than 3 liters even. But why on the first time you are not, many people are not able to drink that much of water? Because mind becomes very strong. Some people don't even want to do this kriya just because of that. They want to avoid. So it is all mind, it is all emotions. It is just if you become aware of that and come over the mind, rather than listening to the mind, come over the mind. Rather than mind giving you directions, you give commandments to mind that I want to do this, and it is fine that water is inside my body. Accept it, receive it, let it be. That is very important. So you will be sitting with the water and you will be gulping it, each glass one by one. 5 to 6, 6, 7, 8 glasses you can easily drink. It is very easy for the belly to accumulate that much water. It is very flexible organ and it is a very natural process. It is not, some people have doubts about this, that is it safe or not. It is completely safe. This kriya is being practiced by hundreds and hundreds of years in the yoga tradition. So if this was not safe, then they will definitely not practice it. So, but it is not that you have to do it every now and then. It is to be done once in a week, or every day also you can do for some time and then reduce the frequency. Okay, once or twice in a week it is usually recommended. So that is about it. You will drink 5 to 6 glasses of water, 7, 8 glasses of water, and after some glasses you will feel uneasy. Then there you have to sit, close your eyes and take deep breaths. And with inhalation and exhalation, accept the water in the system. Receive it, let it be. It's fine. Say to yourself, it's fine. It's fine. And don't let the reactions take over. Okay? You have to use your awareness there. Okay? Then you again drink another glass of water. Very important thing in this kriya is mindset and intention. Okay, why I am emphasizing on this so much? Because throughout my experience I have observed that people create unnecessary reaction over it, exaggerate their uneasiness, and they make that uneasiness so big that it becomes a thing. You know, I have seen many people that when they initially trying to do this kriya, they thought it's not. Then, but when they did it, maybe first time they were uneasy, but they gained little bit confidence and felt safe also. So they said okay, you know. Second time they tried more. Third time they were able to do easily. They could have done easily first time also if they don't exaggerate and enter into the fear mode. They just need to watch themselves. Okay, that is about it. So then after you complete your 6, 7, 8 glasses of water, you go in the sink or the washroom or the commode or wherever you want to do, where you can find the drain, and then you have to keep your feet apart and bend forward. When you will be bending forward, you will go forward, rest your one elbow on the knee or your one palm like this on the knee, and then use the other 2-3 fingers just to stimulate. Okay, you will touch these fingers at the end of your tongue. Open your mouth and the end of your tongue, you touch these fingers and stimulate, and you will feel like vomiting. When you feel like vomiting, then you let it happen, allow it. So from the belly through the chest, through the throat, allow it to happen, and it is fine if it is going out. Because we usually don't have habit of letting go. We don't let go things. So we don't want to let go the water also. We feel uneasy with that if something is going away from us. Okay. So but this kriya helps you to let go. So here you have to allow that letting go of the water. So you have to allow the vomit. And when you are allowing it multiple times, you may have to touch the end of the tongue. Don't scratch your tongue. Okay, don't make it scratchy fully. Just stimulating it, creating the sensation is important. Not just forcing it. It doesn't work. It's more of it is more of a soft approach. It is more of feminine approach. Okay, it's not that with force you can bring it. because this is the work of parasympathetic nervous system. This is not the work of action. This is the work of relaxation. So you have to settle in relaxation to create that stimulation. And when that stimulation comes, you just naturally, spontaneously allow it to happen, and it will happen. It's very easy. Once you get the knack of it, in 1 or 2 times you will get, then it will barely take you 2 minutes to finish it. 1 or 2 minutes. You'll just go and release the water. Then that day, we have some things to see first. Once you are finished, after that you lie down on your back in full relaxation, hands away from the body, feet away from each other, in Shavasana, corpse pose. Okay, for 10 minutes, good 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes you relax after this kriya. Okay, so that body feels rested. Few points, precautions. Nails you should cut, very obvious. Okay, cut your nails so that you don't scratch your mouth when you are stimulating the process. Then people, contraindications, people who are having heart problems should not do this kriya. People with ulcer, with hernia, any kind of ulcer in the mouth, in the stomach, any kind of hernia should not do, because this process, during the process, there is a force, there is a pressure in the system. Okay, so they should not do. People with diabetes having eye problems, diabetic people having eye problems, so those people should not do. Or people with some certain neurotic conditions should not do. Okay, like people with psychological issues, with the schizophrenia, extreme ones should not do. People, this is very good for anxiety and depression, this practice. People, there are some people who eat food and then throw up, they have overstimulation in the body. They should not do this practice. They need more of nourishment, more of relaxation. Okay, so that is about it. Now, in pregnancy, this practice also is not preferred, not at all. It's not recommended. So then these kinds of contraindications are there. But this practice is very, very good for migraine, because this practice is cleansing the over accumulated prana in the head region and the upper region. It is dissipating the prana and relaxing the whole energy of the system. So people with migraine, people with headaches, they feel very good with Vaman Dhoti. They may feel very good with Jal Neti. Okay, so this is about the practice. Then during that day, this practice obviously should be done before food, not after food, and preferably in the early morning. Okay, then after this you should follow with Jal Neti after this practice. So then once you are done, after that you have to do something in your breakfast, which is porridge, which we eat in India very commonly. What we are going to make in that is, you take 50% of rice, white rice, 50% of lentil, okay, plain lentil, which we say moong dal. If you can Google it, you will find moong lentil. It is a lentil, okay, and 50% of that you take, and then very light amount of salt, almost negligible, and some pinch of turmeric. Very light amount of salt, 50% rice, 50% of that moong lentil you take, and then you boil it, make a porridge of it the way we cook rice, and that porridge you eat after this kriya. Okay, with some ghee, with some clarified butter. Okay, clarified butter, it is very much recommended, because we have some, after this kriya, some inner lining of the inner parts, food pipe and all that, it is removed. So to create the moisturizing all the parts, all the epithelial layer of the tissue, we need ghee. Ghee creates that moist, that softening, lubricating effect. Okay, so add ghee, 2 to 3 spoons, warm ghee, and also khichdi, that porridge also you should eat warm only. That porridge with ghee you eat in the morning, nothing else. No adding extra cinnamon or anything else in that. No fruits, no milk, no any other thing. Only that porridge in breakfast. You can have lunch, normal lunch, but not heavy, light lunch. Then dinner. So that day you keep your food easy. Okay. So this is about the process, and these are the precautions which we have seen, and this is how we complete the process. You can do it once a week or twice a week. If you feel that you need to do it every day, in the beginning you can do every day, and then you can reduce the frequency after some times. So this is about Vaman Dhoti. So you can practice. Thank you so much for listening to me.